Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the end of September. It is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, guys, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. So we're going to get into your your current energy, the near future, and then what Spirit wants you to focus on for the rest of the month. And then we'll get into your person's energy and your energy and see what's going on there. So I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's returning. And if you are new here, welcome. I do personal readings. If you'd like one of those, the information is in the description box below. All right, so that card flipped out while I was shuffling and talking to you guys. It's the Page of Cups. So there may be a new opportunity, not necessarily somebody offering love. It could be that as well. But I feel like this is something that you're going to love. So it could be something very simple. Someone just offers, hey, you want to go out and spend some time and it feels really good to just get out of your house or to do something that you really enjoy. They just showed me hiking. So maybe you're going on a little hiking trip or just spending the day out in nature, something of that sort. It just feels like it brings some joy and some peace and happiness. All right, so we'll shuffle one more time, cut these, and then we'll see what else comes out for you. Okay, so we have the Devil in reverse and the Two of Swords. And then in your near future, we have the Five of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Three of Pentacles. And then we have what Spirit wants you to focus on: the Nine of Cups, the Star in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles. So the overall energy is the King of Swords. Now, this is a really, really strong energy of wanting to be very clear about how you feel. So either somebody's coming in to tell you the truth about something, or you're feeling the need to stand up. And I feel like it's like you need to get a point across to someone. So yes, there's some good things that I was feeling, but this is a strong, strong energy of somebody that needs to be open, be really honest about something that they're feeling. All right, let's get into it and see what's going on. So with the Page of Cups and the Devil in reverse and the Two of Swords, it feels like there's a difficult decision that has to be made or was made. Now, you could have said that you wanted to, maybe you approached someone and this person was indecisive, and you might feel like you have to pull your energy back a bit. If somebody's being indecisive with you, I feel like you just don't want to deal with that kind of energy. The Devil in reverse is like putting away anything that is toxic, having to make a tough decision. Maybe they just weren't on board at the same time that you were on board with things. You could be in two different places at the same time. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. In other words, you're feeling this way and that way at the same time. It's like saying you can love two people at the same time in different ways. And that may be the case. And that may be why I said that. There could be that the person that you're dealing with has feelings still for somebody from the past, or you do. And you're having a tough time deciding, do I want something new in my life? Do I want something that's more fresh? Maybe I need to put whatever toxic energy I had in the past. And it feels like that's what you're working through. So there isn't anything that's being hidden. I don't feel like you don't have clarity around it. I think you know whatever choice you need to make in order to move forward. And I also still sense that there is someone that might just want to go out and spend some time, hang out. It feels very innocent. It doesn't feel like it's anything too overwhelming or serious. It's just a releasing of toxic energy just to have a really good time. All right, so we'll clarify that in just a moment. Now, in the near future, the Five of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. It's a couple different things that I'm picking up. So if you had to release something that was clearly kind of toxic, could have been a long time ago, could be recent, but it's just coming up. It's like you're recognizing where things went awry, but at the same time, there's a need to turn around and see what's behind you. What's still emotionally available? What is it that you know can work? So I always feel like I need to point out the stream going over the bridge. It's like there's opportunities elsewhere, and I think you might be opening up to the idea of that. The Knight of Swords, this is inner conflict to me about something not working or moving in the direction. Maybe you just didn't have the clarity, and then you found it, and now you've decided, I'm just not going to move forward. There could have been a lot of interference. People could have been involved, and you just want to get to a place where things feel calmer and more cohesive. So let's say that person didn't get along with your friends and it made it difficult. So you had to make a tough decision. Maybe their toxic energy was exposed around other people, and that's when you had to make that tough decision to walk away, and it created some sadness, maybe some disappointment, something that you weren't expecting. But releasing of that energy and releasing of the toxicity is going to help bring the energy of people who can come together and get along. And maybe you met somebody new and they actually get along better with your friend group, or just seem to meld into your life much better than somebody else did. All right, so we'll clarify that in just a moment. Now, what Spirit wants you to focus on is the Nine of Cups in reverse with the Star in reverse and the Two of Pentacles. This is not feeling really happy about where you are. Maybe there's things you've been manifesting that just haven't come true, and Spirit's saying, stop going back and forth, basically. It's kind of like a slap on the back of the head in a tough way. Focus on the things that you actually do want and not spending any more time or energy. Even if you say, oh, screw them, they're in the past, I don't think about them, they're a jerk, their energy still pops up on occasion. And it's like, you've got to get out of that back and forth energy in order to move forward, so that the things that you do desire can come towards you quicker. Not that they're not going to, but it's a sense of focusing on your happiness, focusing on the things you want to create in your life. Healing, yes, the Star in reverse means that there is still some healing that needs to be done. So take the time for yourself, I think, is what they're indicating, and really focus on just you and what's going to make you fulfilled and what's going to make you happy. All right, let's clarify the Page of Cups with the Devil in reverse. Whatever energy is coming towards you, if they haven't yet, it feels like somebody, it could be somebody younger, but it feels like someone who really enjoys the feeling of the newness in a relationship. In other words, what it felt like to fall in love when you were 14. So this is that type of energy. Like, it's exciting. It's new. It's not tainted by something that had happened in the past. Again, making a choice to walk away from those types of toxic relationships and not looking back, and starting to focus on what's going to make you feel like you did then, and knowing that it's possible to feel that way again. Okay, so let's look at the Page of Cups with the Devil in reverse. We've got the Emperor taking back control of you and your life and how things turn out. Recognizing where you too had made choices that probably were not in your best interest. Maybe there was a time when you didn't trust your own intuition and you were blinded with the Two of Swords. When she's upright, sometimes she can't see things for what they are, or she feels a little bit stuck. I feel like that clarity has come to you when you've taken back that control. Okay. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, which is great because not only does love open up to you, but then more opportunities around your finances and your work and things like that start to show up in your life, because you start to free yourself of any of that stuff. You start working through it. There is still a little bit of healing. And there is figuring out what truly is going to make you happy. If you're in a place of not knowing quite yet, you're getting there. Now, the Page of Pentacles to me is an opportunity, but I feel like that's one that you're going to have to seek out. If it were the Ace of Pentacles, I'd say it might be something that comes towards you. But in this case, I'm going to say, if you're focused on getting a job, or you need to add to your finances, whatever that is, this is something I feel like you're going after. And now that you've released some of this other stuff that might have been lingering in your energy, you're taking back control, and that's allowing you to move forward, which is also going to help increase your finances. All right, so let's look at the Five of Cups with the Knight of Swords in reverse. We have the World in reverse, which tells me that there's that cycle we were talking about. And then the Five of Pentacles popped up. They wanted me to flip the cards over and look at the bottom. This is walking away from those things, those energies, and in the near future needing to still close out this cycle. There could be somebody that does eventually come back towards you. It's not going to be for everyone. Right now they're silent, and if you are sad about that, for those of you that are, I don't feel this is closed out. You could be hearing from that person in the future. You may have felt like this person left you out in the cold. You could feel just abandoned by them in general. Maybe they ghosted you. Somebody that spent a lot more time with their friends or other people other than you and then just kind of disappeared. I just don't feel it's quite over yet. So that could be where the King of Swords comes in, and somebody either needs the truth or is going to speak the truth. And this is you. To me, with the Queen of Wands, it just says your passion is there, but your passion is for yourself. So a part of me feels like, yes, you do kind of want this person to come back, for those of you who do, and I feel like you're going to get it. But you know your worth, and if this person doesn't see it, and this is the kind of games they play, it's going to be up to you to speak up about that when they come back around, and just decide not to tolerate that kind of behavior. All right, so let's look at the Nine of Cups in reverse, what Spirit wants you to focus on with the Star in reverse. Lovers. So healing from those relationships. Like I said, I know it irritates people, but when old stuff comes up, it just means, like this full moon, you could have been releasing even more. Although we think we've released completely from something, sometimes people haven't, and they're racing. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten inquiries where people are like, I just want to get this person out of my head. Like the frustration around that. So it seems like whatever's not making you happy or wasn't fulfilling to you in a love relationship is what needs to be fully released. Like, don't go back and forth about it in your mind anymore. It's just going to wear you out. All right, so the Star in reverse with the Two of Pentacles is the Eight of Cups. That's having already walked away from something that you may have felt really, really deeply connected to. All right, and then we have the Five of Swords. So there's a sense of wanting to or needing to protect yourself. If he were in the upright, he's all about like, don't come near me. I've got 4 swords in one arm and I've got 1 sword there. So this to me says that maybe you need to put your guard up a little bit more, create a little bit healthier boundaries for yourself in order to get away from these types of situations that have created this kind of sadness or, you know, a need to heal from difficult times. All right, so I'm going to get into your person's energy. So whoever's on your mind, whether it be this or somebody else, we're going to look into that. So as far as signs, Capricorn, Aquarius, we have a lot of earth energy. So Cap, Virgo, or Taurus is strong. And then we have a little bit of air. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. All right, so let's look at your person's and your energy. So I see the World again. This time it's in the upright, and then the Seven of Pentacles. So being patient while this cycle closes out. That Seven of Pentacles went flying. So I'm sure they're just going to keep my eye on it while we talk about you and your person. All right, so their energy is the Page of Swords. That's that message. Yep, okay. For those of you thinking about someone that you've been sad about, this person wants to speak up. Either they're watching you, or their energy's working up to come towards you. So we have the Page of Swords, the death card, Scorpio energy, 9 of Swords, and then the 7 of Swords in reverse. Then your energy is the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Cups in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the Hangman in reverse. Overall energy is the 7 of Cups. So that to me says that there's no more confusion. I think you're holding back a bit. Maybe you're resistant to this right now because this is somebody from the past. You may not want to repeat it if it didn't make you happy. So let's see what we pick up on. Yes, they are watching you. They're trying to go through a shift, a change. They're extremely stressed out and feeling really vulnerable right now. So I feel like if they're not talking to you now, they're definitely paying attention to what's going on in your life. And they've probably seen that you've gone through a big shift. And for some reason, they just can't stop thinking about you. I just heard they're dreaming about you as well. Don't get that very often. All right. And then for you, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse with the Page of Cups in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Hangman in reverse. Now, this to me is actually a good energy. It's not wanting to give of yourself in any of those departments. It's like you don't want to be in a place of going back and forth. So you're coming out of a place of being stuck. Although you may be sad and some of that energy may be there around this relationship, I think you're just holding back. If they want to come forward, you may be open to it. Right now, I just think you're trying to get out of a place of feeling like stagnant and stuck. So let's get the romance angels and see what other info we have for you. This is for Aquarius. All right. So we have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. That's what we've been talking about the whole reading. And then religious factors. Your love life is influenced by religious upbringing, your religious upbringing or spiritual path. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And then we have you deserve love. You are lovable. Of course you are. All right. So if you want to have faith that this is going to come back together, this is what it's saying. It's saying trust. If this is a current relationship, your person's going through a lot. They're extremely stressed out, and I feel like there's a part of you that just doesn't want to stay stuck if they can't get through it. But forgiving and learning. If you are up for that and you really want things to work out, or this could just be releasing anything from the past like we had been discussing. Yes, you could have different religious backgrounds, or you could just be in a place where you're the one going through your spiritual journey and they're just starting. Because I feel like they're going through that breakdown right now with the death card, and then calling in your soulmate. And you know, your prayers, affirmations, visualizations bring you together. All right, so let's see what the possible outcome might be for you. This is for Aquarius. I just saw the Seven of Swords. Just trust that if you're guided and you have any inclination that this person is just not right for you, obviously trust it. All right, let's see. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, right now it just doesn't feel like there's a decision that's made. The energy could feel toxic and stressful. And the Queen of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles in reverse. So right now the energy just still feels a little bit tough, very stressful. Yes, it could be deeply passionate, but the Queen of Pentacles is a need for balance, a need to find that kind of balance within yourselves and then within the relationship. So I don't feel like there's a choice that's been made, but you guys have to remember, regardless of what's going on in your life, you have free will. And I think people forget that, especially if you're new to tarot. I could tell you something and it may not resonate for you now, it may later, or you have a choice. I can't tell you what your for sure certain outcome is going to be ever, especially in a general, but just know that these energies can pass and you can change your mind or somebody else changes their mind. This is just basic guidance for you. Okay, let's look at the Lover's Oracle and see what that has to say for you. All right, this one looks like it's fitting. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. And then we have deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. That's clear. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Couldn't have been more fitting for this particular reading. All right. Last but not least, let's get a couple of messages from Spirit. From the Wisdom of the Oracle. This is for Aquarius. All right, so we have To the Sea. This is always my card of try to go with the flow the best you know how. There is no guaranteed methodology to doing that. It's just go with it the best way you know how and trust that there is always a higher power at work in your life. And then we have Truth Be Told. Orphaned. That's that left out in the cold that I felt earlier. And then Flexible. And we have Breathe. So of course, meditation is going to be important for a lot of people. Just breathe through it if you can. Reduces to an 11. You could feel a very intense connection with this person. Or you may feel somebody else around you. It could be someone who is crossed over. I don't know why that's coming up. For some of you, you've just been feeling them lately, or they've been showing up in your meditations. All right. So as we said, go with the flow, and then Truth Be Told. I think this is needing to be really honest with yourself. It reduces to a 5, which is all about big change. And then Orphaned, that sense of feeling left out, or this is remembering, again, this is change. So coming from a place of feeling that way into a more flexible state, which is your next card. Trusting that new beginnings are coming into your life and knowing that every time one cycle closes out, a new one will begin. But I do sense that there's some healing going on for yourself or maybe even your partner, whoever's on your mind, and big changes are happening so that they can heal, which would help any relationship when they heal from those kind of wounds. All right, my loves, I hope this helped for you. Thank you again so much for all of your support, your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. If you'd like a personal reading, that information is in the description box. I hope you guys have a great end of your month. I will see you next week for October readings. All right, guys, love you lots. Take care.